Hey, so guys, so I got a Reading video, and I have not been uploading for a really long time, and I kind of just did stop messing with it for a little while because Dagener was looking like it was about to be back up and working, and um, it's actually dying again. So I kind of gave up on it, and I don't really want to play on it as much anymore. But I think if we find out a server to play on, I'll probably end up going on one of those and do rating videos there. But for now, I don't really have any other rating videos to put up, so that's kind of why the channel was dead for a while. And also, I didn't really put up any other videos like Mineplex and stuff like that, or Osu, because I haven't got on Mineplex to do anything. And Osu, the last video I uploaded, it had 30 minutes long video, and I googled all the songs on YouTube, make sure that no one else had their audio muted, and my audio got muted for two of those songs, and all of the songs that I had in the, what do you call it, the playlist that I was going through, that played through the whole entire video, did not, they weren't really true, I guess. They got muted, even though I looked up all the songs, and other people were fine. They didn't have their audio muted, but I did, so it's kind of sucked. I guess it was because I had tons of songs in there or something like that. But yeah, I had to delete that video, and I did upload my pack, which I didn't even hit 400 subscribers yet, but I uploaded it anyways because it was 4 years. But yeah, I have no idea what we're gonna be doing about the writing situation or the faction server situation until we find out a server, because we have this one server called Fear PvP, but I haven't been really into that server, and I've been doing other things. And speaking of doing other things, I've been working on a new server. I know I've worked on I probably announced like 3 total servers on this channel, and well, this one being the third that I'm announcing, but the other 2, they were just boring regular factions, and they really didn't go too far. Most of them last for about a month or 2, and then they'd go down because God would stop paying the bills, or I remember the last server we actually closed because the player base quit. We had like an average of 15 to 20 players, and the player base died down, and then the EULA was coming out, so we thought we were going to be screwed, but turns out the EULA wasn't even that big of a deal because there's still servers like Dagener and, all the other faction servers that give you donor ranks that are technically illegal in Minecraft. But I don't know. I don't think Mojang's doing anything about the, what do you call it? The EULA, because they haven't enforced it. I think they're mainly enforcing it to big servers like Mineplex, because Mineplex complied with it. Mineplex kind of has to comply with it because they're a huge target in the community. I mean, they were at Minecon, Mojang's probably chill with them, but, I don't really know. But this server is going to be totally different. It's in the alpha phase right now. So it's not really figured out everything, but if you guys remember the server MC Next, the thing is about that server is that it was a really good, unique server in my opinion, and it has a nice survival RPG aspects to it. But the problem was that there is issues with the map, like like a lot of the plugins were exploited because the people that coded the plugins, I guess, they weren't experienced, or the story that I read. I didn't play on my MC Next to know exactly what happened. I just played on it for maybe 6 months or so, and I was there at the beta stage. But they said that there's a lot of exploits going on. A lot of people quit. People were actually like rebelling because they didn't like the exploits, so they were kind of rebelling by exploiting. Kind of show like, hey, the server's buggy, you should fix it. But that's not really the best way to get a point through. You should like report a bug fix or something like that. But I don't think they were able to answer a lot of the bug fixes that are going on. Jesus Christ. Okay, sorry, I just typed into a Skype message. But anyways, the thing with MC Next is that it went down because of those exploits, and now it's pay to play. I mean, the only way you can get onto it is to pay, which is like $10. So that server was really good, and it went down sort of. Okay, sorry. I can't talk while typing. I don't know why. It's like a hard thing. Like some people can't chew gum while walking. That's like one of my things. But anyways, it's whitelisted now, and if you go look at it, there's only like 3 players on at a time, so it kind of died down. It's mainly for the OG players that were on there a long time and didn't want to quit it. What the heck? Why does he not believe me? Huh? Oh. Okay, whatever. It's stupid Spanish words. They were arguing about which word in Spanish is coffee. And then he says Google Translate's not accurate. I know it's not accurate, but Google in general said so. Google's always right. But anyways, back to the aura thing. We were gonna use some of the aspects from that server. MCNX was kind of like you had a plot, but the plots were really cool in my opinion. Instead of having an ugly plot world like all the prison servers have, it's like a big grid of plots. It's instead it's in wilderness, so you can assume like regular wilderness with mountains and cool looking biomes or whatever. But instead of it having like an ugly like border, it was, if you guys know what the knockback particles look like normally or whatever, it's kind of like that, but it makes a square and they're always there. So if you didn't have particles on, you couldn't see the edge of your plot, which is kind of nice because you can just turn it off if you don't want to see it. And your plot slowly got bigger as you leveled up, which is kind of cool. But really, the thing is, the real big aspect about MCNX is that it was like RPG. Like, it was kind of had a WoW feeling to it, because if you guys know what WoW is, World of Warcraft, they had Stormwind, I think it was Stormwind, I don't remember, I think it is Stormwind, as a spawn, like a full replica of Stormwind, and they had, I think the level system was kind of like supposed to be kind of like WoW, like they weren't trying to copy. I mean, the owner, his channel, like he uploads Blizzard games all the time, like Hearthstone and World of Warcraft, so I'm assuming it's meant to be vaguely based off WoW, but not really, so it's kind of vague. But you kind of like farm from grinders, like spawners and stuff like that, to get items. And what you do is you put those items in your inventory, and you do /sell. Sells all your usable resources, and that's how you'd level up for the most part. And there'd be stuff like wither grinders, because you can get a wither spawner or something like that, and you can make a wither grinder, or you can do like cactus farms. And the plots, the cool things about the plots that you can have, people would make public plots and allow people to use their plots to grind withers and stuff like that, because they kind of like, what am I trying to say here? Like had them public for people to use. I don't really know why they'd want to do it, but it's kind of like that's how they got a lot of like fame from it. But the big deal is that you did a lot of grinding on it. It's survival. You built your own plot. It was like not a lot of interaction, but it's still pretty custom, because as you leveled up, you got some perks, like you were able to do /heal. And then there's a moon, like at nighttime, you can do a command block, and that's another big thing. They did a lot of command blocks, but I don't really know if I want to mess with command blocks or not. But what they did is you teleport higher than sky limit in a command block, and it would take you up there. And I'm running out of time on the video, so I'm probably going to cut to something else. But anyways, you go up there and there'd be like blindness, so you can't really see, and slowness, so you can't really walk, but there's tons of ores everywhere, but there's a bunch of mobs, like tons of mobs everywhere. So you go in there, you mine up diamond ores and stuff like that, and then you go home really fast. So it's a pretty nice features for that server, and I kind of want to implement some of them into this server. There's going to be like planets, so you start off at Mercury, and then you go to Venus, and then you go to Mars, and each planet gets progressively harder. We haven't finished a lot of the coding on it, or I'm doing most of the coding actually, or all the coding, whatever. But it's going to be a lot more custom than the last couple servers. It's going to be a lot more unique. And the beta stage, if you guys are interested, you can message me on my Skype or comment. The beta stage won't be up for a really long time actually. It'll probably be about a month or so. But once the beta stage is up, I'll be looking for about 25 people. And those 25 people will just play on the server for about a week. Help me test out some things and etc. But for the most part, that's really all I want to talk about on that server. Hopefully it actually turns out good, because I've worked on a lot of servers, and this one is the one that I've worked the hardest on. Like, we're not even past the alpha stage. Like, there's still 3 other worlds to make, a bunch of more custom plugin features to implement, and it's already looking pretty nice. Just have to do more custom work on it. And what else? I think that's all. I actually did a sticky note so I wasn't like zoning out trying to think on what to say. But anyways, that's all I want to talk about. I am out of time because the video ended. I don't have any more raids. That's what really sucks because last map I could not find any good raids beside this raid that played in the background. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching. Sorry for the wait. I'll try uploading more videos. When the summer comes, which is, let's see here. Today's the 27th. School gets out 21st for me. So about 3 weeks I will be out of school, which is amazing. I don't have to take exams, and I'm happy about that. Unless I get sick, then I'll have to take exams. But yeah, I'll be out in summer, and that means I have a lot of free time. So I'll probably get back to uploading regularly, like I did last summer. But that really depends on if we get a faction server. If not, I'm going to change a whole entire course on my channel. And I know a lot of people don't like me doing other series. I know my fan base kind of split down in half because I used to get like 120 views and a lot of feedback on my previous videos, and now it's like 60 to very little feedback. But I'll keep uploading and stuff like that because I mean I've been doing this for about 4 years. I don't really want to drop it because a little bit of my fan base went away because I switched series. But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to talk about. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out.